to pass your test. I'm a state certified driving instructor. I teach teens and adults. We just finished doing our segment 2 tests. This is where after 3 months, you come in to take a test. You pass the test. And then we talk about crash avoidance, defensive driving, gift of life. These are some of the things that we feel as a company that are important to get our young drivers ready and out on the road. The first thing I want you to do once you get in your vehicle is put on your seatbelt. Okay? That's mandatory. We're losing too many young people out on the road who are not putting on their seatbelt. So have on your seatbelt. I'm in a parking lot at a high school right now, and you believe me not, there are kids flying through here doing donuts, spinning out. This is what a lot of young drivers do. And I'm not saying I did or did not do it when I was a high school person, but if you care about your vehicle, you'll treat it a lot better. So my seatbelt is on. The next thing I need you to do is look straight ahead. And I want you to frame the rear window in the mirror. You saw me come up and adjust the mirror. Don't act like you're adjusting it. Look straight ahead, just like I am, and adjust your mirror. You sit back in your seat where you want it comfortable. Next, I need you to adjust the passenger side mirror. There's usually a button on the dashboard or on the left armrest where you can adjust your mirror. So I need you to look straight ahead and bring the mirror in to, you see how I'm looking. I look and I'm adjusting my mirror. Next, what I need you to do is look straight ahead and adjust the passenger side mirror. And you want to bring it in a little bit. So when I'm looking, I could just quickly glance. And then I'm going to really adjust it. I'm going to look straight ahead and just turn my head a little bit. So now I have my side mirrors adjusted, my driver's side mirrors adjusted, my passenger side mirrors adjusted, and my center mirrors adjusted. I need you, this car has a push to start. I need you to put your foot on the brake because the car won't start unless your foot is on the brake. It's a safety feature. Okay, that click means it won't start. Now, it will start. And then once you get into the vehicle, I want you to check your instrument panel, your dashboard. I'm at a little less than a half a tank. My temperature is cold because the car's been sitting a few hours. I'm not moving, so the mile per hours are 0. And the car is about 1,000 RPMs. It's a little bit high. This car is a little bit different than others. So now I'm good. The next thing I need you to do is look around. We're in a parking lot. Your car's speeding by, cheerleaders, football practice, teachers staying late, making copies for their students, getting ready for the next day. So you have to look around. You can't rely on a backup camera. The screen is 6 inches, 10 inches if you have a deluxe model. This one is in the middle. So I'll put the car in reverse. This is an outside view, so I can look at the backup camera where I'm looking down a little bit, or I can look over my shoulder. I want you to look over your shoulder, and we are in reverse. When you turn the wheel all the way to the right, the rear will go to the right, the front will swing out to the left. You might have a question on your test about that, so I need you to understand it. So I'm looking, I'm in reverse, and this car makes a sound, and then I'm looking to warn people. So I'm looking as I back up small, okay? And I'm looking and checking. Put your foot on the brake, put it in drive. I need you to stay in the middle, right? You're gonna see me look, and then I'm gonna switch the screen. I need you to stay in the middle, right? A lot of beginners go to the wrong side of the road, and you're gonna have people coming out, cars coming out, so I need you to be aware. I'm gonna come up, and I'm gonna make a left turn. They have this set up to get students in and out quickly, so I'm looking left and right. I wanna show you what I'm doing. I look left, I look right, and then I'm gonna turn and look where you wanna go. And then I'm gonna turn out. You should always look where you need to go. Okay, I'm coming up to a stop sign. I'm gonna turn on my blinker, 3 blinks. The small things mean a lot. You see the little kids over there, they're having fun. We wanna make sure they stay alive. They're looking, and then I turn really smooth and really short. There's a speed bump. They're designed to slow you down. Sorry about the bump, but they're here because people love to speed. High school students, college students love to speed. I'm at about 15 miles an hour going down this road. In the wintertime, you know this road is super slick, and you know people are spinning out, burning out. So I'm just taking my time. I'm gonna lift my foot so when I go over this bump, excuse me, I don't destroy the undercarriage of the car. We are making a left. A lot of beginners go to the wrong side. I'm gonna show you something. If I'm making a left, you should not be going to the right side. That's wrong. I need you to go to the left side. This is an out. The other road is an in. Beginner drivers mix this up. So let's get over to the correct side of the road. Let's be cautious because people could be running, riding bikes and scooters. I'm at the bottom of the driveway, left turn signal on. I want to show you what I'm looking for. Okay, I'm here waiting. I'm looking left. I'm looking right. I'm just waiting. You don't want to try to thread the needle or jump out in front of cars. That's a great way to get hit, get killed. You saved your money up for 2 summers and then you got your car smashed. So I'm just waiting. The car's coming from the right. This is an inside view, but I'll be switching the camera back and forth so you can see me looking. It's like a tennis match. Looking left, looking right. And there's one car to my left, but there are 3 or 4 cars to my right. So I'm just taking my time. I'm in no hurry. I'm gonna move up a little bit more, and I'm just waiting. If you're not patient, you're just gonna come out, shoot the gap, and have an accident. I want you to see me looking into the nearest lane. So I'm gonna go across, and I'm looking into the nearest lane. Then I'm gonna switch it back. Speed is good. I'm taking my. Now I need to get into the middle turn lane for a left turn. Go up. And this is the protected left turn. This is a pretty good view, hopefully. You got your double yellow. You have your white line. This lane is specifically for left turns only. And if you drive straight in this, you will have an accident. Everyone has to take their turn at the intersection. Once one car goes in, another car leaves. For your green arrow. Going up, I'm taking my time. Here's my gap. I'm gonna go ahead and go right by the double yellow. Keep your turn as short as possible. That was a pretty good turn. Could it be better? You can always be better in your turns. The speed limit here is 55. It seems fast, but that's the speed limit. I'm at 51 miles an hour. I'm taking my time. I'm gonna show you what I'm looking at. I'm looking straight down the road. I'm gonna look to the white lines. Looking right down. My car is drifting. I'm gonna look to the yellow lines only. My car is drifting. I'm drifting to the left. I need you to look ahead. Next, I'm gonna show you, you should be looking straight ahead in between the lines. Use the lines as reference points to help you. I'm gonna make a lane change. Mirror, check the mirror, turn signal, blind spot. I looked over my shoulder. I'm in the lane. And I'm gonna get over to the right because I need to make a right turn at this traffic light. But you always have to stop first. I get a lot of questions. Can I turn right on red? You have to stop. This car does have auto shut off, but it's not activated right now. And I'm waiting. I'm waiting for the light to turn green or a big gap. a gap's the space. Don't pull out in front of a car. You'll fail. You could possibly get hit. Don't kill the instructor. The typical test is about 45 minutes, 50 minutes. Now I'm going to move forward. I want you to see me look because a lot of students struggle with this. I'm moving up and I'm looking at traffic. I'm going in the first lane. You saw me look and then I accelerate. This car's got a lot of torque, so it's going to kind of put me back in the seat a little bit. So I'm looking straight ahead. A lot of beginners go about 10 under the limit. I'm going to drive at 10 under the limit, and that will be 40. So my speed's dropping down, and I'm going to show you the decision you have to make. So I'm going to try to hold it right at 40. I'm at 42, 41. I'm at 40. So this is 40 miles an hour. If you drive 10 under the limit, you're going to confuse other cars. They're going to take more chances and pull out at you. So I'm going to stay right at 40. Trying to get it again. You can get marked down if you drive too slow for the conditions. So I'm trying to hold it between 38 and 40. And this car does have lane departure, but I'm not using it right now, so I'm at 40. If it looks like I'm moving slow, I'm 10 under the limit. These lights are timed for about 50 mile an hour traffic. What's going to happen if you were driving with me, either you're going to have to run the light, which is dangerous, slam brakes, which is dangerous. I'm at 39 miles an hour. I'm going to try to hold my speed here. It's a little bit hard. See the light? You're going to be forced to run it or slam brakes. That's what happens to a lot of beginners when they drive with their instructor or road tester. You're so nervous. You're so overwhelmed. Drive at the speed limit. I'm looking at the light. The cross light is shallow, but I'm looking. When your light turns green, you need to look through intersections. There's a pedestrian down there walking across. Imagine if we weren't paying attention. We could run him or her over. And pedestrians should be crossing at the crosswalk. That pedestrian is not. They blend in with the scenery. It's hard to see contrast. That's another question on your knowledge test. Don't say I'm not helping you. If I'm bringing you value, give it a thumbs up. Okay, I'm going to squeeze my brakes. I'm using the ball of my foot. A lot of beginners wait till the last second, and it's almost like you're going to run into the curb. You saw what happens if I drive 10 under. Now I'm going to drive a little bit faster than I need to, and I'm going to show you what's going to happen. That person has a Tesla in the middle, all electric, no match. Things happen a lot faster as a beginning driver. And if you go over the limit on your road test, it's automatic failure. You also may get one warning or you may not. Also, I'm looking ahead. It looks like I see law enforcement or some type of accident. I might want to get over. But I'm maintaining good speed right now. We're right at about the legal limit, 50. Everything's looking okay. You need to start slowing down about 2 cars, 3 cars. A lot of my subscribers ask, when do I slow down? How do I slow down? Squeeze your brakes early so you don't slam. You see all these cars bunching together? If I wasn't paying attention, I would hit them. And the car behind me would hit me. So hopefully you can see this. It looks okay on my side. So I'm just taking my time. We're actually at 28 miles an hour in the 50. So someone is on the phone and not paying attention. So as an instructor, I'm panicking a little bit because I don't want to get ran over. If we were in a driver's ed car, car's going to start tailgating us, wondering what's going wrong, and getting irritated. There are also deer in this area, so I want to be careful. See how the car squeezed in? That's dangerous. So I'm going to make a lane change, mirror, turn signal, blind spot. What goes around comes around. So they got cut off, and they're going to get cut off. So I love that, because karma. Don't be that person and just cut off people. It makes people mad, angry, and it's a dangerous situation. If you were with me, you would get very nervous and very tense. But people are selfish and they don't care. So I'm trying to show you and teach you through real world examples what you're supposed to do. Get away from danger. Keep an open space. It's almost like the Smith system. Keeping space. The law requires if you can get over, you should. We saw them back, so we're over. We're safe. Car's just making noise. There's no real power with that. But you see people and doing performance and speed are contagious. So once one car speeds, another car is going to speed. And I'm not against performance. I do have a Gen 1 Camaro, but it's strictly for a professional race environment and not on the street. If you want more on that, just let me know. So I'm keeping space, taking my time. I'm looking ahead, 2 lights, 3 lights. We have 3 green lights. I may ask you what color the lights are. You should be able to tell me. I'm looking ahead, 4 lights. There are 3 green lights, and then the 4th light is red. If you can't look that far and see that, then you're not ready to learn how to drive. I'm gonna stay in the 2 middle lanes. They're the smoothest. From restaurants, people coming home from happy hour, and they're happy because consuming alcohol. So you have to have that defensive mindset, and I try to teach you that through a first-person perspective. And all that sound does is popping, but it doesn't really mean anything. And really, he or she is just heating up their oil. And if you do that too much, you're going to get a ticket. Excessive noise. So no one really cares. There's a time and a place for everything. And notice their tail lights are on. And at this time of evening, you need to have your lights on. Don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with that performance. But there's a time and place. I'm going to go ahead and get over 1 lane to the right, mirror, turn signal, blind spot. And sometimes noises like that can distract us all, because I'm a performance enthusiast, but it's going to distract me. If you just popped in, I'm a state certified driving instructor. We're talking about driving, what you won't be told, what you need to do. You got to be careful. So now that person is not doing all that fancy noise now, because we got a police situation, right? So you can't be clowning around out here. You will get a ticket. You will get pulled over. So in heavy traffic like this, the speed limit is 45. We're at about 40. So you as a beginning driver, if you say, How come I can't drive at the speed limit? There's heavy traffic. There's a police situation. There's some person playing around in their Gen 5 or Gen 6 Camaro. So there's a lot going on. We don't slam brakes, we proceed with caution. So I want to be clear on this. This next light may catch us or may not. I'm going to drive at normal speed, and we're at the point of no return. Okay? Now I'm going to get over one lane to the right, and we're going to be getting on the expressway. We have a red light. I can turn on red, but I need to look. If I don't look to my left, I'm going to get hit by a car. So this car to my left is blocking my view. The Camaro, I think it's the LT1 or whatever that is. I know what it is, I'm joking. So I'm gonna go up and look. And I can turn on red. I'm looking, and I wanna show you what I'm looking at. I look to the left, and I'm gonna make my turn. I stay in the outside lane, and I wanna show you this. Okay, I'm on this ramp. This is the acceleration ramp. I need to start picking up speed. If I go too fast, I'll lose control. If I go too slow, I will get cut off. I'm at about 50. If you were driving with me, I would say build up your speed, and then you see us. And then I'm gonna turn on my left turn signal, look over your shoulder, check your blind spot. I just did that. I would say that's a great merge. And then you go into the nearest lane, and you take your time. Okay, so now I'm at about 70, 68, 69. I'm looking for deer, police, debris on the road. You can't start daydreaming. I see some people up there, 4 people. Are they gonna throw something at us? You know, what's going on? I'm just looking. That makes me a little nervous because people do throw bricks, debris out on the road, and people have been killed. I'm at about 70, speed's pretty good. I'm gonna stay in this lane. We will have a treat for you guys, so I want you to see this. If I look down to the right, and I'm gonna look down, see the car drifting to the right? Look ahead, it's called aim high driving. If you were driving with me right now, you can see pretty good, but in the next 15 to 25 minutes, we're gonna start losing daylight. It's called twilight. Not the movie, but it's called twilight. So we wanna really make sure that we can see, we can focus on the road. And you can see it's starting to get a little darker. It's 7:32 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Our speed control is really nice. We're looking pretty good here. No blinker ahead. The small things, if you did that, I would mark you down. We learn from each other. And by me taking the time to show you this and help you, you're going to learn more. I try to give you current information so you know what to do when you take your road test. I can't tell you everything, but I can tell you legally what I can so you have a good understanding and you're not as nervous. So we're still staying very consistent. I'm gonna go ahead and make a lane change to the left. Mirror, check my mirror, turn signal, blind spot. I get over into the lane, don't jerk the wheel. And once you're in the lane, cancel your blinker. So I'm maintaining good speed. I'm in the left lane, and it's fine. If there's not a lot of traffic, you should be in the right lane, but we're okay. So I'm looking straight ahead. I'm actually going uphill, and there's a broken white line because in America, we drive on the right side of the road. In the UK and in Australia, they drive on the left. I love you, UK brothers and Australian sisters and brothers. It's all good. So I'm maintaining good speed. You always want to get up to your exit as early as possible. So I'm looking ahead. I'm looking for deer. I'm looking for debris. I'm always scanning. left, middle, right, left, middle, right. I check my mirrors. If you don't do this, a car's going to be in your blind spot. A truck's going to be in your blind spot, and you will assume. Don't assume, because bad things can happen. So I'm maintaining good speed. I need to get over within 1 mile. I like to pass this truck, and I want to show you this. And I think back. So I have cars coming up behind me too. So I'm going to accelerate, and I'm going to show you what you need to do. Okay, I see the truck in my mirror. You should too. I'm looking over my shoulder. I'm in. And it feels good to do the right thing. And yes, in your 20s and 30s, cutting cars off and doing crazy things, but you're going to have an accident. And you want to make it to your 20s and 30s and 40s and be safe. So my speed's good. I have to get off at the second exit. You have to know how to read signs. And if you don't, that's a whole nother unit. So I'm turning on my blinker. It's about 1/4 of a mile, lifting my foot, and I have to be at 25. So I'm going to show you 2 views. I'm going in slow, and I'm going to squeeze my brake. Okay? And I'm turning my wheel because this is a really tight clover leaf. If you know what a clover leaf is, you need to look at my content. So I'm going in really slow. Now I'm going to show you what I'm looking. I'm looking up and around a curve. I'm looking up and around. So I need to show you this. Okay, this is a roundabout. You're getting a lot, so I'm going to go up and yield. I check traffic. And then it's clear. Then I proceed and go in the nearest lane, L-A-N-E. Thank you for the thumbs up. I'm trying to bring you value. If this brings you value, give it a thumbs up. So we got a double roundabout. It's a lot going on here. And as a beginning driver, you can get very overwhelmed really easily. So I'm going down really easily at about 32 miles an hour. I'm going to squeeze my brake. I got a yield sign, and I look, and I check, and I'm going to show you. I'm looking where I want to go. I'm looking. And if you don't look into your turns, you're going to hit something. I'm staying smooth. I'm looking ahead. And I'm scanning because a lot of traffic can pop up and pop out. So I'm looking left and right. I want to keep this view for a second because cars can pop up from the left or right. I'm scanning this intersection. So I'm going to show you the inside view. I'm squeezing my brakes. You saw my eyes get big. That light came on quick. Okay, so I'm coming up and I'm going to show you this view. Here's the stop line. There's the crosswalk. If you go past the stop line, -1. You're going to the crosswalk, -2. So it's really easy to lose points. What am I looking at? I'm looking at the intersection. When a light turns yellow, are there cars that are going to run it? When a light turns green, I'm going to look left and right. I'm not just going to hit the gas and do all that. You will get hit. It's not worth it. I'm going to try to move up a little bit. I had this set on a wide angle, so you should be able to see it. This person might think I'm trying to race them, but no, we're not trying to do that. So I'm showing you, you have to look at the intersection. The light's getting ready to change. I look left and right, and I take off. I'm looking ahead as far as possible. We're going into a slight curve. I need to make a lane change, so it's mirror, turn signal, blind spot. If you don't check your blind spot, you're going to cut off a car. Excuse me. And you will get marked down. So if your instructor is not teaching you this or showing you this, you're not learning. You're getting set up for failure. So I'm maintaining good speed. I'm looking ahead. I'm going to go ahead and change your view. And we're starting to lose more daylight. It's going to be harder to see the lines. In the evening like this, twilight, not the movie, M-O-V-I-E, and twilight is going to be harder to see. So I'm looking ahead, I'm scanning, I'm looking for deer, people who may not have headlights on. You'd be surprised so many people don't have headlights on and they just roll out. No headlights or taillights. There's a yellow light. I'm squeezing my brake. 8 cars away, 10 cars away. A lot of beginners wait to here, and then they almost hit. I like the bike riders with the lime colored shirt on. You should be able to see them. I know you do, and the rest of them don't have that color on, so they're harder to see. This is another teachable moment. They're riding with the flow of the traffic. They have the blinking red light on the back, and they have helmets. That's the way it's supposed to be. And they're going about 25 to 30. I can't make a left turn at this light. Your instructor may ask you if you can't read signs or no, and that sign up there is no left turn. That's a prohibitory sign. You'll see that in a moment. Okay? So I'm maintaining good speed. They're gone. I have to make a left-hand turnaround. My blinker's on. And remember, it's getting dark. So here's what a beginning driver would do. You won't stop. And I'm saying to myself, is the driver going to stop? We need to go to the outside of the J turn because I need to go all the way over to. So here's another mistake that beginner drivers will make. So I'm going all the way over and I'm waiting. There's a gap. I'm going to complete my turn. And then I turn out. A lot of beginners will lose sight of the road. I need to make a right turn at the light. If I have it on too early, I'm going to confuse. And I squeeze my brake. I'm not in a hurry. The light just turned yellow. I know that driver wanted me to run the light. I'm not going to do that. I'm showing you what you need to do. And I'm looking, checking traffic. I'm looking and checking. And I turn, there's only one lane. I turn into the lane. I turn a little bit wide. There's a wooded area. I'm watching for deer. And around this curve, they're doing 60, 70, 80. The speed limit here is 50. So you can tell as it's getting darker in here, this is what it looks like on the road, okay? You can still see me, right? Yes, you can. Okay, so we're losing light and it's harder to see. We see silhouettes. The correct word is contrast. I'm giving you so much value. Contrast could be on your test. At night, getting dark, contrast. So I'm keeping my space. The headlights are making it look like it's daylight, but it's not. So I'm keeping my space, taking my time. The bike riders are gone. When they had that light, they got up to about 25 or 30 and they are gone. I was hoping we could, they're up there. Okay, but they are gone. I see one in the green and the blinking red light on the back, and that's what you're supposed to have. We did a unit on that, and if you want me to get into that further, just let me know. They have a right to the full lane. This lane is for making right turns only, so I do not want to be in the lane. I don't see any hand signals. That car behind me doesn't see them, so I know that man is like, oh my God. Okay, see him? See him look? He's like, are you gonna stop, bro? Now, I don't know what this bike rider's thinking. Is he going straight? I would say no, because he's in the right turn lane. If he goes straight, he's gonna have to cut in front of this car. So you're seeing a real life situation right now. But I like it that he has that green on. He's got his riding shoes, so he's sitting good. I can't believe it. He was going to say, now I'm a little nervous. I'm not going to cut him off. I'm going to go ahead and go. I'm going to go ahead and get over. He's telling me something. Go ahead and get over. And I'm waiting. See, communication. That guy on the bike, I did not like what he did. I would not have done that. I would have been in the full lane, letting people know what I was doing. Seriously. That was kind of scary because we did a unit on that. So that's the teachable moment. I'm dropping off some material and then we'll discuss. So you guys hold up. Okay, let's review a second before we go to the next part. That was pretty intense. I'm gonna go ahead and turn this light on. I did a nice expressway drive, showed you some of the things, how you merge on, how you maintain speed, how you check your blind spots. Now we had a bike rider. He was in the right turn lane, but he should have been in the middle lane to go straight. I was confused because I'm a bike rider too, and I do follow the rules. So, and he was waving me to go by. So I gave him room. I'm gonna reverse out. I'm gonna show you what you need to do. We're gonna take the same road, which is really twisty and curvy. It's really dark. You're losing light. This is what a night drive is like for a beginner. And some places you can take your road test 24 hours a day. So I'm just showing you. So I'm gonna reverse. And I do have a backup camera, but I wanna look over my shoulders, and you can put your arm on the passenger seat, and I'm looking and I'm checking, right? I'm always looking. I'm trying to back up small, and you see me looking. Okay, now I'm gonna put it in drive, and I'm gonna turn hand over hand, and I'll cut the interior light off in a second because technically you're not supposed to do that because you would distract other drivers. I'm gonna go down to the bottom of the driveway, and I wanna show you what this looks like. Okay? And I'm looking and checking, and I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna hesitate. See the motorcycle coming? Flying, bro, flying. People do like 80 down here, and I have to turn into the correct lane. I'm going straight. I'm scanning my intersection. I wanna get up to speed and roll into the throttle easily. So if you were driving, and again, our headlights are bright. They're not on high beams. They're just really good lights. You're kind of getting a false sense of confidence. It looks like it's daylight out front, but it's not. This car does have daytime running lights, so, but now we're driving and the speed limit is 50 and I'm at 40. So I'm wondering, what is this car doing? Are they tired? Are they not paying attention? That's a bicyclist to our left. You should see the light right now. I'm maintaining good speed. You need to let me know, do you want me to go on the expressway? Do you want me to take main roads? Type it in and let me know. So I'm maintaining good speed right now. And as you can tell, the lights, if you look at them, they're gonna start to blind us. So you need to look to the right side of the road, the edge line or fog line. And I'm gonna go ahead and get over to the right and take my time. And just be patient. Okay, I stopped at the stop line. You can see that. You can see the crosswalk. I'm gonna go forward. I'm gonna show you what you're supposed to do. It's called showing the car. So I'm going up to the edge, and I'm waiting. And you're trying to judge distance. I see a blinker on. I'm gonna turn in the nearest lane. A lot of beginners, I'm gonna show you this. This is not a lane. That's what beginners do. Like, oh, I'm sorry. That's the side of the road. This is the lane. So you gotta make sure you know what you're doing. So I asked you to tell me, do you want me to go on the expressway, go through a roundabout, or do you want me to take the main roads and have a lot of stop and go traffic? The speed limit here is 50. I'm looking ahead. I'm not looking down. We're still losing more light, so it's going to be harder to see. You see that truck? They made a decision to come out really slow. See what happens? They made the decision, and that's kind of dangerous. So they made a dangerous decision. And people routinely do that to you. But it is what it is. You've got to be that defensive driver. I'm scanning the intersection left and right. I'm looking for the do not walk sign. I'm going to squeeze my brakes. I'm using the ball of my foot. You want to stay behind the stop line. You want to take your time. I'm not a big window tint person. You lose a lot of light. The factory tint is okay, but I have to get adjusted to that. People here that look left and right, and I gradually pick up. I need to get over one lane to the right. If I wait too long, I won't be able to get over. So, good. And I'm going to turn on my right turn signal, look over my shoulder, and I get over. I have to make a right turn because this roundabout, this lane is for a right turn only. And I'm going to go up and squeeze my brakes. And I want to show you what I'm looking at. I look left and right, and it's dark. You can barely see me. But now I'm accelerating. I've had students go 40 on this, too slow. I've had students go 20, too slow. How fast? About 50. And I'm gradually picking up speed. And then you're gonna see me make a really smooth merge. It takes work. I see those 3 motorcycles. And I'm gonna get out, and I'm coming out about 70. I want you to hear these motorcycles. They sound like 225s. You can hear them. I'm gonna get over one lane, rear turn signal, blind spot for educational purposes. Yeah, 250s. Those things are spending probably 10,000, 8,000. We're going to 14 or 18. Definitely hear them. You can see them. Smaller, maybe a 600. I've been on a leader bike before. They're incredible. So that's a whole nother story. So we're rolling pretty good here. Sorry about the wind noise. I wanted you to hear those motorcycles just to give you a perspective of what you need to do. And we're in this Broncos blind spot, so I want to keep moving and stay out of that blind spot. Don't hang around their blind spots. I'm not nervous of the motorcycles, but I'm aware of what's going on. And so this is, it's still not 100% dark. See that semi truck coming out? We want to be in the left lane. Don't mess with the semi truck. If you were driving with me, you'd probably be driving about 70 or 60. 60 will get cut off. 70, we're barely keeping up with traffic, so you get a false sense of confidence because a lot of drivers drive over speed. And if we're preparing you for your test, you should not be going over speed. I'm cruising about 70 right now, looking ahead. And if you're getting ready to do a night drive, and a lot of you are, use this to help you. Make sure your windshield is clean. Make sure your headlights are clean. The last couple of weeks I've been really exhausted, but you gotta get rest. And I try to put some content out in the morning, maybe in the afternoon coming home, and then the evening. So I'm maintaining good speed. I don't want to hang around this cargo truck. I want to keep going. And this bigger truck up here is kind of obstructing my view. At 1 mile, I need to get over to the right. So do I wait? Do I get over early? I like to get over early. I don't want to wait till the last second. Mirror, turn signal, blind spot. You can't see me. So I'm going to turn the device back the other way. Okay, so it's dark inside the car, and it doesn't matter what color you are. You can't see. You can probably see my smile, but my teeth. But that's a teachable moment, because you got to look. You're relying on these headlights. You're relying on the clean windshield. You're relying on people with good taillights. So we're going to be getting off at this exit, right about at this side. I want to see you turn on your blinker. And then once you're in the deacceleration lane, squeeze your brakes. See, they waited till the last second. That's what a lot of you will do. And that is a Mustang, I believe. And I'm not on the gas. I'm going to really easy. This is like a little S-curve. And then we have a lot of warning signs and pavement markings. So it's very confusing. This thing sounds like a manual. So I want to see the rear of the tires on the ground. Yeah, that's a Mustang. The reason I say this, you need to know what types of vehicles are around you. Is it a sports car? Is it a track car? Is it a Hellcat? Is it a Corvette? Okay, Hellcat Charger. Because you need to know the capabilities of vehicles that you're around. Okay, will this vehicle take off really fast? Does this person really know how to drive it? Are they driving their dad's or uncle's car and they're just clowning around? You can kind of see all these smears. This is what it's like for people who wear glasses. And it's going to be really difficult. Usually out of a class of 20, I have about 5 to 9 students who have glasses. So I always ask where your corrective lenses. And then students get in trouble here. They turn in the wrong lane. So I would tell you, stay to the inside lane. And you want to turn and stay to the inside lane. Keep your turn as short as possible. Okay, this person does not know how to shift their car. So they looking foolish. So this tells me I don't really want to be around this person. They do not know how to drive a manual. So if you did that with me, I'm definitely marking you down, right? So they don't know how to drive. So I'm looking ahead. I'm at 39. They're driving that car's over 20 years old. It's still nice, but sorry about the wind noise. So I'm keeping my space, lifting my foot. That's a nice little Mustang, but I'm keeping space. I'm looking ahead. Everyone's cruising about 45 because these lights are timed. If there's no cross traffic, the light will turn green. You know, let me know, do you understand this? Type some comments in. So I'm at 42. I'm not on the gas. I'm not off the gas. I'm just holding it. Squeezing my brakes. I'm at 28 and 45, and this is at 8:04 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This is like this 24 hours a day. Squeezing my brakes. I'm not sure what they're doing ahead of us, so we want to maintain a good safe space cushion. Keep your space. That Jeep barely has lights on too. and no doors. We're at about 45, and there's nowhere for us really to go. I'm still looking ahead. I can use the mirrors to help keep me centered, which is fine, but you get better information from looking ahead, aiming high. We're at about 44 miles an hour. If we can keep our speed, we're going to make most lights. A lot of beginners will drive 35, too slow, or 50, too fast. So you want to have the right speed that's comfortable for you so you can maneuver safely. I'm maintaining a good distance right now. And this thoroughfare is like this 24 hours a day. There's a car in my blind spot to my right because my blind spot indicator is on. I also looked over my shoulder. This is an outside view. It's too dark to show you the inside. So we're maintaining good speed and looking ahead. You have to learn to rely on yourself. People can be tired driving on that long. And you need to look for license plates that are out-of-town drivers. So I'm maintaining good speed, and I want to see the rear of the tires on the ground. I'm going to go up a little bit more. This is what you would do as a beginning driver. You would be about this far away. And it's okay, but I would like you maybe a little bit closer, but it's fine. This platoon we were driving to 8:30 is 8:07. So you were probably getting a little bit tired. Your eyes are tired. So, we'll turn on the AC, keep it a little bit cold in here. Play a little music in the background. Now, eventually, I have to get over one lane to the right. If I'm scared to do this, then we're going to be stuck. And I don't want to be stuck. So we have about 3 to 4 lights before we had to get over one lane to the right. So I'm going to turn on my blinker. I'm looking over my shoulder. And you have to be able to execute a lane change like that. If you're scared to do that, you're going to get cut off and confuse other drivers. So you have to push through the fear, learn, and go faster, sooner by absorbing and looking at what I'm showing you. Because I'm a state certified driving instructor and I value what you say and I'm here to support you, I really want to see you shine and do well and get your license. So by me taking the time to show you this, you're going to be more educated and have the tools, the visual tools, to refer to this. You'll have the long version to look at. And then I'll edit. You'll have 1-minute clips, 2-minute clips, 5-minute clips, whatever you like. So we're maintaining good speed. We're in the lane we need to. We're at about 46. The speed limit is 50. That's okay. I kind of like to be in the middle lane. See that white truck cut them off? That's how accidents happen. I'm going to go ahead and get over one lane to the right. So don't wait till the last second. So I'm a little, aware and nervous of this white vehicle, but people don't care. Does that make you not care? No, you show care and love too. The middle lane is the smooth lane, and I can see traffic to the left, to the right. If you were driving with me, I'd say, let's get in the middle lane so we can see and be aware. looking at space, I feel pretty good about this. Our space is nice, but we're losing speed. We're 9 under the limit. So this tells me drivers are tired, they're moving really slow. I'm not making this up. It's 42 miles an hour. We're in a 50 zone. So I'm just looking left and right, keeping space, having an out, just in case someone slams brakes. I never want to tailgate someone. You need to remember that also. You know, I noticed my blind spot detector, until the car's right in my blind spot, it's on now, but I saw the car coming up, so it's got to be right in your blind spot. Then the little light in the mirror with the star will come on, or you'll have a beeping sound. I think the sound is turned off in this vehicle. My speed is pretty good. You want to maintain great control, anticipating cars coming out, people slamming brakes. I'm going to go ahead and get over one lane to the left, mirror, turn signal, blind spot, about 4 blinks of the blinker. I'm lifting my foot because it's a red light, and I often educate you to cover your brake, slow us down. You never want to tailgate. Oh, here's a little Mustang person trying to shift, trying to show off. And we learned earlier they can't even shift correctly, so they're going to end up blowing up their transmission. Missing a gear. I think that's that 3-valve engine in there. So they probably have their dad's or uncle's Mustang. They let them take it out, and they're beating it up. So I'm squeezing, and that's what people do. They beat up the cars, and your parents know this. We know this. Literally, that's over a 16-year difference between the Charger and the Mustang. You see how the stars look? Those streaks, that's how your vision looks. This person cannot drive. Trying to maintain good speed. And I know cars, that Charger has the Pentastar. It's an all-wheel drive, 400 horsepower. They cut all the way over. It's crazy. At the last second, they cut over 2 lanes. So they just did that to irritate them. And that's how accidents happen. So sometime when you have a powerful, I'm going to be nice and let them in. Being courteous. And it feels good to do the right thing and learn from that. That's an erratic lane changer, but they at least use their blinker. If you just popped in, there was a Mustang that was trying to shift gears, but they didn't know what they were doing. And then they cut over 2 lanes, trying to mess with people. So you got to be sensible and be fun. I'm getting over 1 lane to the right. So this is a great night drive. It's harder to see. So what you see now is what you're going to see in the car. You're going to have that starry-eyed look if you're an eyeglass wearer, and it's going to be hard to see. So I'm going to squeeze my brakes real easy. I'm in the outside left turn lane, so I'll be all the way over to the right. If you don't know what you're doing, you're going to turn in the wrong lane and cause an accident. So stay in the appropriate lane. You can turn on red if it's clear. If it's not clear, then don't go. And often there's signs they're saying no turn on red. And then we're going to make a right turn. You should see the rear of the tires on the ground. And I'm not going to pull out in front of cars because the van to our left, they're hiding cars and possible pedestrians. Excuse me. So I'm going to go up to the edge, just called showing the car. And I'm going to look. And I'm going to wait. And once this car goes by, see, they ran the light. And then I'm going to proceed into the first lane. Turn into the first lane, L-A-N-E. We got to find the speed limit. It's 50. I'm at 44. Here's your final warning. We have the King of Burgers. We have Taco Bell. We have McDonald's. We have KFC. All of these are fast food places. People are sticking french fries in their nose, eating chicken, smashing tacos. You have to be a defensive driver. Always be a defensive driver. If this helped you and brought you value, give it a thumbs up. Guys and ladies, I appreciate you. Bye.